Okay, there's a footnote over here. I just want to read it to you. It's a sample question from the math admission test, and it's for students in, I believe, in England. Again, they may take students from other parts of the world, by the way, but they need to take an exam before they're interviewed. All right. Now, certainly, when they take the exam, I guess what they do is sift through the exam papers and they decide who they're going to interview. I think they interview 3 students for every seat. I'm not really sure if that's accurate, by the way. All right, so this question over here, it's not a difficult question, but I want to point out it is multiple choice, which does present somewhat of a problem because your answer may not be, directly obvious from the list. All right. So what do I know about it? It says the first few positive whole numbers that are not powers of 3. If I thought about the first, whole numbers, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And if I said the ones that are not multiples of 3, you might, what I mean by that, I should say powers of 3. 1 is actually a power of 3. It's 3 to the 0. Let me cross that one out. This is 3 to the 1. This is going to be 3 to the 2. All right, so what numbers are left off with? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. All right, so it stands to reason, by the way. It says, what is the sum of all positive whole numbers? I'll write that down for you. The sum, I'm going to say k equals 1 of k. What does this mean? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus yada, yada, yada. Question is, where are we going to stop? I'm going to stop at 3 to the 10. Now, I know it says, it can't exceed that, but I'm going to say, oh, this goes up to 3 to the 10. Do I know the sum of the integers? Yeah, I do. It's over here. It's pretty easy. It's arithmetic. It's an easy form. You probably should know it. It's going to be 3 to the 10. That's the n right over there. 1 plus 3 to the 10 over 2. That's pretty simple. Now, of course, what they say is what the sum of the positive numbers that are less than 3 to the 10, but also not including any of the powers of 3. So I got to write this down now. So what I got to do is write those powers down. So 3 to the 0, 3 to the 1, 3 to the 2, 3 to the 3. I'm going to say yada, 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 and I'll eventually get 3 to the 10. All right? I'm going to say this is some set of numbers that I need to take away from this set. By the way, it would kill this one off, and I get the one right below it, by the way. All right? So let's take a look at this over here. It's geometric. I want to review that with you. I'm going to say, 3s. Was that equal to 3 to the 1, 3 to the 2, 3 to the 3, yada, yada, yada. And you get 3 to the 11. And then go subtract this from that. You would get 2s. And what happens there? A lot of things just disappear. Like you'll notice this would disappear. I'm subtracting all the way up to this over here. So we left off with 3 to the 11 minus 3 to the 0, which is just 1. I got to divide by 2. And what do you get? 3 to the 11 minus 1 over 2. So the sum I have now, the sum, this problem over here, is going to be this number, whatever that is, minus this number. Let me write that down for you now. So it's going to be 3 to the 10, 1 plus 3 to the 10, over 2, minus 3 to the 11, minus 1 over 2. Now, if I look at the answer key, I don't see that, and I don't see an obvious choice at this point. So my suspicion is I got to do some manipulation over here. Let me go through that. I'll put a 2 over here, common denominator. I'm going to write down, just multiplying this out, it's 3 to the 20. Let's see, plus 3 to the 10. Let's see what we get there. Minus 3 to the 11. And then you get plus 1. All right? I'm looking at this thing, and I still don't see the answer in that list. All right? It's kind of like concerning to me. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take those two middle terms, and I'm going to factor out a 3 to the 10. And I would get 1 minus 3 plus 1 over 2. This is going to be 3 to the 20. This is going to be minus, because 3 minus 1 is minus 2, times 3 to the 10, plus 1 over 2. And again, I'm still alarmed. I don't see that answer. What I do know about the answer is it seems to be factored. So my suspicion is this is factorable. Let's put this down. I'm going to say 3 to the 10 minus 1 squared over 2. Does that give me that? It does give me 3 to the 20. minus 2 times 3 to the 10, and a plus 1, and it's over 2. So I look for that answer, 3 to the 10 minus 1 squared, and I see that in two different spots, but the only one that matches this one over here would be the first one, which is A. All right? A is the correct choice. Let's see if that's listed for you. It is, and there's also work there for you. Thank you.